Concrete examples of how to impress your leadership and stand out amongst the crowd. I'm Kendall, I'm that career coach. I help people navigate difficult working situations and get the job of their dreams. In the video where this comment was left, I give a couple of things that will help you stand out to leadership, the first of which being to be a problem solver. So here's a concrete example of what that could look like. So say the planning process in your organization is not very effective, it takes a lot of time, a lot of resources, there's a lot of back and forth. Rather than going to your boss and complaining and saying, this process is terrible, it never works the way it's supposed to, instead, figure out how you would fix it. So maybe instead of submitting to one team, everyone would compile a complete report and upload it directly into a system. Once you have the idea of what your solution could be, you pitch that solution to your boss rather than bringing them just the problem. It'll help them see that you're capable of thinking strategically and ultimately get your problem fixed. The second thing is don't badmouth anybody. Instead, try to fix the issue on your own. So something I tell my clients a lot if they're having an issue with one specific person is just to have a one-on-one with them. Hey, I've noticed we're working together a lot. I want to make sure we can work together as effectively as possible. My job is to help you be successful. How would you like me to do that so that we can work together as efficiently as possible? Having that conversation, I find a lot of the time, puts things to bed and will ultimately make your working relationship better. Being able to articulate your work without getting lost in the details is super important. So especially if you're an analyst, a data scientist, even a tech developer, a lot of the time it's your job to communicate effectively to leadership the things that you are working on so that they understand why they're important, but not talking them through all of the different details. So I have a separate video about how to make a presentation on this, which I recommend watching. But basically, you're going to state your problem statement and give some amount of context and assumptions, and then jump right into what you need for leadership. I need you to make a decision between A and B. This is gonna save the firm this much money. I need you to sign off on it. This is the escalation we have. Jump into what you need from them rather than focusing on all the nitty-gritty details. And the last thing is about being iterative. So when you are working with an executive or a higher level senior leader, a lot of the time you won't get clear direction. They won't say, I need you to make a slide. It needs to look like this is what you need to put in it. Instead, they'll say, hey, I need you to go fix this problem. Your job is to take a stab at solving that thing and then sync up with your manager to make sure you're on the same page. Hey, here's how I was planning to approach the problem. Here's my summary of what's going on. Can you provide your feedback? And then you'll expect to make adjustments based on the feedback you get from your boss. But rather than waiting for clear instruction, go ahead and try something yourself, get feedback on it, and then get the work done.